All right. All right. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. All right. Double honors to the elders and the apostles that I learned from. You already know who they are. Shalom to you, Akim on the highways and hedges, giving up your body as a living sacrifice. Shalom to you, Akwaf, that are in order, the few Akwaf that may be watching. And shalom to you, Israelites scattered abroad. It may look like these other nations, but your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, making you a Hebrew Israelite, because this thing ain't about color. All right. Let's get into this lesson, right? Bit of a spontaneous one, but I'm in the process of working on a lesson and on my phone, and it's taking a little while. So I thought in between time, I might as well go live and do a little thing, you know what I mean? Just to sort of, keep edifying the elect, keep it flowing. All right. And Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. Now, I want to speak about how these billionaires all over the world, they've purchased nuclear bunkers in preparation for what's coming because they know what's coming. And I've got a few precepts to bring out to show you where it says this in the Bible, because the Bible speaks of this. It speaks of how they're going to hide in the holes of the rocks. And, they're going to try and hide from the Lord, basically, man. But the whole scenario is basically the Lord setting them up for destruction, setting them up for failure. All right. So I want to quickly speak on that and get into it for those that may not know about this. Basically, this lesson is going to prove even more that the Bible is real, that the words of the Bible are true, and that there are particular men in these end times that possess the Holy Spirit that have the truth. Okay. And these precepts that I'm going to bring out is not what you're going to hear in Christianity. You're not going to hear this in your Christian church. So Lord willing, this be edifying to the hopeful elect. All right. Now, I'll quickly, to start with, Lord willing, you can hear me clear. Let me just pull my mic up here. Bear with me 1 second. All right. So Lord willing, you can hear me loud and clear. Probably should have held it from the beginning, but it's all good. What I want to do is I'm going to share my screen. So just bear with me. And let's see. Let me share the entire screen. Yeah, that'll work. Also share audio. Boom. So we'll be able to see the contents of the screen. Yep, that's cool. All right, come on. Why is it not working? Oh, there we go. All right, so let's just get this set up. Hopefully this isn't too choppy. It looks a little bit choppy as of now, but hopefully this fixes itself. I'm not quite used to going live. I don't go live very often, so you have to forgive me. I'm trying to get this right, man.
Habit, but off late, are they trying to survive a war, maybe another pandemic, or an apocalypse? Do they know something that we do not? Our next report tells you.
Blast-resistant doors, equipped with its own food and energy supplies. This is a 5,000 square foot shelter located underground in Hawaii. The price tag of the project is $270 million. If you want to survive an apocalypse, this is the place to be. Who does this belong to? Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg. The billionaire is building a bunker, and he isn't the only one. Former PayPal CEO Peter Thiel tried to build one in New Zealand. Bill Gates has plenty of underground security areas. Apparently, a basic one for $500,000. It's almost like buying an expensive car. And for billionaires, it's a good way to use some loose change. But where are they building them? Apparently, all over the world. But a popular choice seems to be New Zealand. It's attributed to its secluded location, which brings us to the boom in the companies building these survival shelters. Some of them are just basic shelters. They are underground, they have all the essentials, you can survive there for a few weeks. But a handful of them go a step further, like this one project that includes an island fortress. This is not just a bunker, the entire island is like a fort with an inflammable moat. Basically, if you try to step foot on the island, it will burn down. But you will be perfectly safe inside the underground bunker. Sounds perfect for a zombie apocalypse. But why are the super rich building bunkers? What are they so scared of? In the last 5 years, the world has survived a lot. A global pandemic, 2 wars, climate change. Some of these bunkers have registered nurses, a collection of drugs, decontamination booths, medical supplies. One even has a full fledged operating table. Basically, you can survive anything in there. It's almost like modern day Noah's Ark. If you are in the bunker, you are likely to survive almost all catastrophes. But it's not for everyone, it's only for the chosen few. And here, Noah is not making the choice. The world's super rich are making it for themselves. But beneath all these underground bunkers lies a dark truth. It's that death is truly the great equalizer. And the super rich, just like us, fear it too. They cannot buy their way out of it, even with these underground bunkers and fortresses. But that hasn't stopped them from trying.
So these people are basically going all out to try and survive what's coming. And the Lord is setting them up, putting them in a trick bag, man. Hold on, bear with me. Let me stop sharing the screen real quick. All right. All right. Lord willing, this lesson is coming out clear. I did get a notification saying that I have a high CPU usage, which means that I'm guessing that that YouTube video might have came out choppy. But if this lesson doesn't go too well, I may erase it and do it again. But anyway, as you can see, they've gone all out with them bunkers, man. They really they have an operating table, a moat that catches fire, all kind of drugs and supplies and nurses and all kinds of stuff to try and survive what's coming because believe that they truly believe that they're going to escape the Lord's judgment, man. And in a way, they don't, because they know that the Lord is coming and they know what the scriptures say, that they're going into captivity, but they're still going to try to fight the inevitable, man. There's a CIA project that was done called Operation Looking Glass. So if you get a chance, check that out. And I actually did a short, I wouldn't say lesson, but I sort of bring out some precepts uh, along with a clip that I kind of altered and edited, which was involving Project Looking Glass. And, Lord willing, if this lesson turns out right, upon reviewing it, then I will leave the link to it in the description box. Lord willing, if I don't forget. Because basically it reveals to you the thoughts of the elites on how they've got some kind of technology where they can peer into the future somehow. Don't ask me how, but and I don't know how true this is, but I wouldn't put it past these elites. They got a lot of things going on in secret that we don't know about. And apparently they can peer into the future and they can do certain things to try and see what the future would look like on if they do certain things, and to try and produce different outcomes. And every outcome revealed that they were going into slavery. And they were basically terrified because they knew that no matter what they did, prophecy was going to be fulfilled, and there was nothing they could do to alter that. It's called Project Looking Glass. All right. So if you get a chance, check it out. And like I said, Lord willing, I'll leave the link in the description as far as that goes. But for now, I'm gonna quickly pull up a precept or two. As a matter of fact, let me share my screen real quick, because otherwise you won't see this. We'll start with the first. Actually, we'll just share the whole screen. Let's do this again. Then this ain't choppy. I'm going to read a few precepts now. I'm going to start with the book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 19. And it says, let's get rid of that. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks. That's talking about these elites and all people that possess nuclear bunkers, all right, which the Bible is going to explain who those are in just a few moments. I'm going to get to that those precepts, all right. It says, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for the fear of Yahweh and for the glory of his majesty. So they're shitting themselves, and they know that the day of doom is coming. They know that them nukes are coming. They know that America is going to be destroyed. And they're making preparations because they're not going to go out without a fight. They're not going to hand over the kingdom to the rightful rulers of this earth. Okay, these people are running this earth into the damn ground because they're just a bunch of little children running around destroying shit and don't know what the hell they're doing. Okay, everybody's suffering under their rule, yet they want to say humans are destroying the earth. No, it's these devils. Okay, these pink people. The Bible calls them the nation of Edom, which is the so-called white man. They're destroying the whole damn earth. Okay, let's call a spade, man. Let's address the elephant in the room. It's blatantly obvious. You know, you gotta tell the truth in this world, man. Don't beat around the bush. Tell it like it is. Okay, these people are the ones ruling the earth. Who else has the power to lock the whole damn world down, cause you to wear a face diaper, got their central banks everywhere, can put a military base in your backyard anytime they want, and you can't do nothing about it? Who else has that ability? Is it the Chinese? Is it the Africans? No, it's a particular nation of people. The Bible calls them the nation of Edom, which is a so-called white man. Okay. So let me start again. Isaiah 2 and 19 from the top. It says, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth, their bunkers, for fear of Yahweh and for the glory of his majesty when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. So the Lord is coming to shake the whole earth. And how is he going to do that, man? He's going to do that through his ICBM nuclear missiles. All right, let me bring out a precept to that. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 12. It says, the earth quaketh, all right, because this is the day of doom when them nukes fly. So the whole earth is going to quake. It's going to be a worldwide earthquake on a scale that this world has never seen. Okay, it says, and the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. It says, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep. It's going to be tsunamis everywhere. It says, and the waves of it are troubled. It says, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. Let me see if there's any more meat on that. Right? It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Okay, them nukes. It says that his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. And these particular arrows, it's not talking about a bow and arrows. It's talking about them nukes, man. So the nukes that he shooteth basically are sharp, meaning they're ready. When you sharpen something, you're getting it for the day that you're getting it ready for the day that you're going to use it. So these things are sharp, meaning they're ready. For the arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So they're going to go from one continent to another, man. Okay, these nukes are going to be shot to the end of the world. I think that's it. There's more on here, but actually, we might as well read a bit more. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So nothing can reverse what's coming. Just like I was telling you about Project Looking Glass. You know, they're trying to come up with all these different scenarios on how they can beat prophecy. And it always ended up with the same scenario each time, which is why the elites are shitting themselves, because they know that no matter what, they can't beat what's coming. And they've got that their last resort is to build them bunkers, which ultimately is making them fall into prophecy, man. So, prophecy trumps everything, man. This is why all you people voting and, trying to save America, man. It's all in vain. It's all vanity. America's gonna be destroyed. The only thing that you should be focused on doing right now is getting right with the Lord, man, before he comes. Because ain't no turning back what is written. It says it right here. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again. Okay? Till they come upon the earth. Come on. It says the fire is kindled, and Second Ezra 16 and 15. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. That's them nukes. The only thing that can make flames consume the whole foundation of the earth is ICBM nuclear missiles. Those are the only weapons that exist that are able to melt the elements with fervent heat, let's just say, right? It says, like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Nothing can stop this, man. All right, I'm gonna stop there because the point really was in let's go a few verses back. It's verse 12, right? Let's read that again. Second Ezra 16 and 12 says, the earth quaketh, right? So a worldwide earthquake and the foundations thereof, right? So all these things are going to happen. The sea's going to rise up with waves of the deep. It says the waves of it are troubled, okay, and the fishes before the Lord and before the glory of his power. So when the Lord comes on the day of the Lord is when them nukes are going to fly and the whole earth is going to shake, right? So this is really the point I wanted to bring out before I go to this next precept here in the book of Isaiah, chapter 24 and verse 19. It says, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. It says the earth is moved exceedingly. What could cause the earth to move exceedingly? ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Okay, that's what can cause the earth to move exceedingly. You best believe no matter where you're at on the earth, you're going to feel the day of the Lord, man. You know? It says, the earth shall, Isaiah 24 and 20, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. Like a drunk man in the street. He's had a bit too much and he's swaying back and forth, singing, can barely stand up. Right? So the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard and shall be removed like a cottage. It says, the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And that don't mean the earth is going to end and we're going to go extinct and that's the end of earth. The big bang is over, the big bang and then life, and then boom, it was all for nothing. That game over. It don't mean that, man. Okay, so when it says that it shall fall and not rise again, it's talking about Esau's kingdom, because the Bible says in the book of Second Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9, that Esau is the end of the world, right? The so-called white man, his rulership is at the end of the world. He's going to bring about the end of the world. And it says, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Jacob is you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, meaning that you're getting ready to rule the earth next. And you can tell any Edomite this and they will never believe you, because the scriptures say that none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. All right. I won't pull it up for the sake of time because I don't want to get too off course, as I tend to do sometimes, man. But it says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard and shall be removed like a cottage. So the earth is going to wobble, man. When you got to understand the devastation that these nukes are capable of, man. Because back in I forget the year, But back in the time where in during Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? Um, that nuke that was dropped on Japan caused mass devastation, right? A lot of lives lost. But since then, the nuclear technology has improved like crazy. So we've got nukes that are like, I don't know, this is just a guess, but like 20 times better or 20 times more powerful, should I say, than the nukes that were dropped on um, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay. So that's why it says, "And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it." Because now I wasn't going to pull this up, but I might as well. This is going to represent the type of devastation that is coming upon America, right? It's going to be a great devastation. Oh, yeah. See, I'm not good at remembering precepts off the top of my head, man. That's why I got to type it up all the time. And it's also why I do my lessons the way I do it. Um, Revelations 18 and 21, it says, "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone," right? A millstone was used back in the day to make flour, right? And it could be used for other things too, but I've only known it to be used to make flour. It's a great heavy stone that has a hole in the center, and it's used like a wheel, and it will grind up wheat and turn it into flour, if I'm not mistaken. Right. So the angel took up a heavy stone, basically, right? A mighty stone. It says a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, meaning a massive boulder, right? And cast it into the sea, saying, "Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all." So if you take a massive boulder, throw it into the ocean, you understand the splash that's going to make, man. That's the kind of violence. It's a representation of how America, which is that great city, Babylon, right? The Bible isn't going to say the United States of America. Okay. It's not going to say that because it wasn't known as that back then. Okay. It was called Mystery Babylon because it wasn't even discovered at that point, right? So it says, I'm gonna read it from the top again. "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, cast it into the sea, saying," right after the splash that massive boulder made, saying, "Thus with violence," meaning with this type of violence, this type of force, "shall that great city, America," I'll just say, "be thrown down and shall be found no more at all," meaning it's the end of America. It's always going to be laid desolate for the dragons of the wilderness as a memorial as to what happens when you live a life like Sodom and Gomorrah, man. It's gonna be left as the same kind of memorial that Sodom and Gomorrah was left at. Because Sodom and Gomorrah was thrown down in the same way that America is getting ready to be thrown down. Because America is just a shit show, man. And if you can't see that America deserves to be destroyed forever, you're not in the right spirit. You're not in tune with the spirit of the Lord if you're voting to make America great again. America will never be great again, and it never was great, in all honesty. The only time it was great was when the Native Americans were living there peacefully. That's when it was great. To make America great is to get you damn colonizers out of it. You foreigners, okay? You migrants, the true migrants, immigrants, illegal aliens, whatever you want to call it, man. Might as well read on a bit. It says, Revelation 18 and 22, "And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and of trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee." Okay, because America is known for producing a lot of music, and the whole world wants to, copy and be like America and be rappers and All the countries of the world know about the entertainers of America like Rihanna and Beyonce and Michael Jackson, Jay-Z and Tupac. And go to any country and you guarantee they all know about these popular artists from America, because America is a place that produces wicked music, man. Okay. But you're not going to hear this type of music anymore because America's getting ready to be destroyed. So it says, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee, and the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. So America's through. I don't want to go too off course. I'm going to leave that there, man, because I wasn't even planning on bringing that precept out. Right. Let's get back on course, because I told you how these elites are going to go, these so-called elites are going to go into their bunkers, right? Because they're going to try and hide from the Lord on the day of the Lord, right? But it don't matter what they try to do, they're not going to escape their judgment, all right? Let me read this real quick. Jeremiah 16:16. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh. So this is what Yahweh is saying, the Most High, okay? The Father, right? The Heavenly Father. He says, behold, I will send for many fishers, right? So what do you think is going on right now with all the Hebrew Israelites popping up all over the world in these end times, right before the end, just in the nick of time of World War III, the mark of the beast, all these prophecies that are just popping up left to right and center. You know what I mean? So it says, I will send for many fishers. So that's what's happening right now. These hopeful elect, okay, the elders and the apostles out there teaching, all right, teaching on the highways and hedges, they're fishing. They're fishers of men. So they're fishing for the elect. And they do it spiritually through the words of the scriptures, through the truth of the Holy Bible, through the true gospel. They cast out the gospel, which is like the fishing line or whatever, right? They reel it out into the sea of people, right, which is the masses, and they fish in the ones that they hook. The ones that latch on to this word because it resonates with their spirit, the words that we speak. Those are the ones we're drawing in. Sometimes you draw in crabs and this and that, toss them back in the ocean, man. We don't want them. We're only searching for the elect. The rest of you that can't get this, hey, that's your problem. Nothing we can do about that. Unfortunately, you weren't one of the chosen. You know what I mean? But the ones that latch on and they endure to the end, those are the elect. So this is why the scriptures say that, behold, I will send for many fishers. There's many of us fishing. Okay. I happen to be one of them that are fishing for the elect. It says, so the Lord will send for many fishers, right? It says, and they shall fish them, fish for the elect. And it says, and after will I send for many hunters. So after fishing season is over, which is very close, the Bible speaks about this in the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 11, how the Lord is going to basically keep us from teaching anymore. So fishing season is officially over when that time hits. Okay. It says, I will send for many and after that I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and from the holes of the rocks. And who do you think this is talking about? Who are the ones that are who we're gonna hunt, man? Lord willing, I be one of them. But the elect are gonna hunt for these elites, man. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay, the elites are getting ready to be hunted from their underground bunkers. All right. Lord willing, I be a part of that, man. We're going after Bill Gates. We're going after Putin. We're going after your beloved Donald Trump and Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, or Michael, whatever you want to call it. We're going after all of them. All right. We're going to put hooks in their nipples and drag them around while they're screaming in pain. And we're going for their children too. their whole families. We're going to rip them out of them bunkers, all right? And they know this day is coming. And I'm going to prove to you they know this day is coming with scripture. You know, in the next few minutes, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks, their caves, their underground bunkers, right? It says, for mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. So the Lord sees everything they're up to, even the things that us people, us average people in the world, don't know. Because you got to understand, it was only recently we learned about Pizzagate, about Epstein Island, the Diddy parties, and all these wicked things that these people are up to, man. It's only recently we've heard about all this. How much more have they got going on that we don't know about? You know, all this stuff we found out, I'm pretty sure it's only touching the surface, because the Lord's going to put the spirit on us to get busy on these devils, man. And it's because we're going to know what they've been up to in that day. You know, the scriptures say that we will be changed in a twinkling, in the blink of an eye, something like that. You know, and that we're going to be just like the Lord, because we're going to see him as he is. Meaning we're going to be upgraded. We're going to know the thoughts of these elites. We're going to know all their secrets. We're going to know just what the Lord knows, and we're going to get busy. Okay. And we're not going to spare no children. We're not going to have pity on them, man. Because the Lord is going to show us things that, you know, that we never thought we'd ever see, man. So they know what's coming for them, man. All right, I'll read this. It says, Jeremiah 16:18, and I will recompense their iniquity, right? So the Lord is going to pay them back for the wickedness they've done in this earth, and that you know damn well they deserve it. It says, and their sin double. So they're getting double. Okay. Fill unto her double, the scriptures say. It's a preset right here, man. We're going to do double to these devils for what they've done in this earth, man. So it says, and first, I will recompense their iniquity. Iniquity means sin upon sin. Okay. I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. You know, these gutter rats in our land prancing around, acting like they're us, these fake JEWs. And I have to spell it out because they have all kind of laws and algorithms to protect them. Because if I said the actual word, you best believe this video will get flagged. Okay. Proving that they're not the real JEWs. Because what the scriptures say in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, I forget exact verse, but it says that we would have no might in our hand, no power. These people possess power to lock down the whole damn planet. They don't fit the prophecies whatsoever, man. All they've done is gone over there and defiled that land, the land of Israel. Tel Aviv has the biggest GAY pride parades in the whole world, man. How are they the people of the Lord? The Lord says when the true people of that land go back to that land, you know, us so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, when we return back to that land, the scriptures say that we will learn war no more. There will be peace in the earth, man. These people don't fit none of the prophecies, but yet these Christians are so blinded by their racism and their love for the damn devil, Esau, Edom, Stockholm syndrome at its finest. You know, they're so blinded by these wicked spirits that they don't want to believe that we're the real JEWs. It's absolutely laughable. That's why these people deserve what's coming. The Lord has given them fair warning. And if they don't take heed to the truth of the gospel that is so blatantly right there in your face, then these people are through, man. That's it. You know, they don't have the spirit of the Lord on them, and they're going to be destroyed along with the wicked, man. Let me read that from the top again. Jeremiah 16:18. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. You know, these people have just destroyed that land totally, man. They've defiled the hell out of it. You know, they're worshiping all types of different gods. What the hell is a Talmud? You know what I mean? Where does it say in the Bible that we have to read from the Talmud and follow the ways of the Talmud? You know, this is what them gutter rats follow, man, which allows them to do disgusting acts upon little infants during circumcision. Look it up. I don't even want to mention it, man. People are damn wicked as hell. All right, we don't need to read no more of that. Oh, okay, I see the comment board is lit up. Khan. 1 second, let me stop sharing screen for a sec. Alrighty, let's get to the comment board. GMS in his likeness, man. Hey, Shalom, brother, if you're still watching, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah to you and yours, man. Ezekiel, let me read a few of these. I probably can't read all of them, but I'll read a couple. Let me see if I can pull it up. Pin message. How do I it won't let me pull it up, I don't think. Well, let me see. Hold on, let's see if we can do it this way. All right, well, maybe I can do it by pin message. I don't know. All right, hopefully the audience can see this. Ezekiel 12. Oh, it's just disappeared. All right, Ezekiel 12 and 28. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's right, man. So this is the time that all these prophecies that the Lord spoke about is going to come to pass for all those people that say, oh, you guys always say that there's going to be a famine. There's going to be World War III. There's going to be this. There's going to be that. We've been saying these things for a very long time. Now you're seeing it come to pass, man, because of this preset right here, because of the words of the Lord. All right. He says his words ain't going to be prolonged anymore. So he's going to bring about these things that he said he was going to bring, man. Let's unpin that because that's probably not the way I'm supposed to be doing it. I don't know. You got to forgive me. I'm kind of new to these lives, man. And I'm going to add you as a moderator. I guess standard moderator. I don't know. Anyway, you're a moderator now, brother. Highly trusted. All right, GMS in his likeness again. It says Jeremiah 25 and 10. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness and the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the it doesn't have of the bride and the sound of the millstones and the light of the candle. That's right, man. So the Lord is bringing the mirth of this place low, man, and you can see it. Go all over TikTok or whatever, you can see nothing but people complaining about the condition of America, man. Hence the slogan, make America great again, because they know that America is through. So the voice of mirth, man, the voice of gladness, all of that is ceasing because the Lord has done that. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the true God of Israel. Jesus didn't do this. God didn't do this, because those are not the true names of the Lord, you know. The true God of Israel, Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shai are the ones that are, you know, bringing about these prophecies, man. You ain't gonna hear about this kind of stuff in Christianity, man. Pastor Pork Chop ain't gonna tell you this, man. So Isaiah 54 and 16, behold, I have created the smith, scientists, that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy, okay, which is those nuclear missiles. The Lord put the spirit on these scientists and gave them, blessed them with the knowledge to create these nuclear weapons for the day of the Lord's indignation, man, which is righteous anger. because the Lord is righteous for what he's getting ready to do. A lot of you may think, oh, that's a bit harsh. How's he going to kill babies and how's he going to kill cripples and old people? You know what I mean? And animals, the Lord's destroying all of them, man, because this is the second death. The first death, haven't you learned through the Bible stories, the history? Haven't you learned how the Lord gets down? He flooded the whole earth, but yet you still got Christians saying that God is all love. He would never hurt us. He would never do that. No, he did that and he's doing it again. The Bible calls this a second death. Okay. The earth needed a reset back then. And as it was in the time of Noah, so shall it be in the time of the coming of the Son of Man, which is now. The world is just as wicked as when it was back then. So the Lord has to hit the reset button for the final time. The first time the world was cleansed was with water. That was a cleansing agent. Now, this next time, this final time, before the kingdom of heaven is ushered in, is going to be done by fire. Okay. And how do you think that fire is coming? Do you think it's just going to rain from the clouds, just fall out of thin air? No, man. It ain't meteors or nothing like that, like they say in these movies and stuff, man. When they do these movies about meteors destroying the earth, that's basically metaphorically speaking. They don't want to come out and say that nukes are going to do it. Okay. But they want to put it in your face in such a way that you won't quite understand what it's saying. Meteors are not going to destroy the earth. It's going to be the ICBM nuclear missiles, just like this scripture said. Let me read it one more time. Isaiah 54:16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire and bringeth forth the instrument of his work, them nukes. So the Lord created the scientists and put the spirit on them and gave them the knowledge to create these ICBM nuclear missiles for the day that they're running into them bunkers for, man. They're hiding in them bunkers from this day because the Lord has done this, right? It says, and I have created the waster to destroy. But I thought the Lord didn't want to destroy. I thought he's just love and he just wants to build and make everything good. He wants to make America great again. No, the Lord has created a waster to destroy America, man. All right. GMS in his likeness. It says Psalms 147:17. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can, because I need to figure out a way to pull these scriptures up. I don't know why. I used to be able to do it on StreamYard, but right now I'm using YouTube. Lord willing, I'll figure it out one day. It says channel activity. Go to channel, pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user, or remove user as a moderator. It's none of them. I don't know how to pin your comment, brother, like they do on StreamYard. Maybe this YouTube app don't give that option, and I'm not aware. But I wish I could pin it up for everyone to see. I'll tell you what, it's a bit choppy, but I'll share my screen. Let's just share the window. Here we go. All right, it's a bit funny looking, as you can see, but hopefully you can see the preset right there. So Psalms 147:13, right? GMS in his likeness. He says, for he have strengthened the bars of thy gates. He have blessed thy children within thee. Right? It says in verse 14, he maketh peace in thy borders and filleth thee with the finest of the wheat. Verse 15, it says, he sendeth forth his commandment upon the earth. His word runneth very swiftly. That's right, man. And who has the commandments? Who has the precepts, the laws, statutes, and commandments? Who was that given to, man? The children of Israel. But yet you'll see that these heathen are trying to find a way to graft themselves into what was always meant for the seed of Israel, man. You know, because they don't understand the meaning of salvation. They think that salvation means that when you die, you go to heaven, or you go to, or you know, you escape hell, a place called hell, right? They think that when you die, you go to a place called heaven, and they think that that's what salvation means, when they don't understand that salvation is for the children of Israel to be taken out of the lands that they've been scattered to and put in their own land so that they can rule the world in peace. Everything can be put in order like it was meant to be. That's salvation. Salvation is only for the Israelites, man. You know, very easily proven, but that's not what this lesson is about. So I ain't gonna dig too deep, man. Um, okay, you're there, brother. Thawad, I'm humbled. Try tapping the comment on the screen. That's what I did. Let me see. Because I'm tapping the comment. I mean, you can see me sharing the screen right now. And there's nothing that permits me to pin your comment up there. I mean, it says pin message, but it doesn't work the way I was hoping. You know, it just says, boom, I'm here, brother. And it's not exactly doing it like I was hoping it to. So let me unpin that real quick. Right. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get back to this this lesson real quick. I want to show you a few more precepts. Just where was I? Right. Lord willing, you can see this. Let me just see. Hey brother, can you see this precept up on the screen right now? Just let me know before I go forth. Otherwise, I'll have to change the settings real quick. Just put Khan or something. If you was able to see that precept that popped up. All right, let me see. I'll just all right, cool. All right, Khan, the water for that, brother. Let me pull it back up then. Right. So this is the book of Revelations, chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at verse 12. It says, "And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake," which lines up with the precepts that I brought out earlier, where it talks about how the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, right? And this is going to be because of the impact of these nuclear missiles. It's not going to be an earthquake that just so happened to be on perfect timing. I mean, the tectonic plates were shifting and the timing was perfect. It happened when the Lord showed up. No, man. This is going to be a worldwide earthquake, right? A great earthquake, right? It says, "And the sun became as black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood." And this is going to be because of the smoke of America's burning, which is going to be seen afar off, man. The smoke from not just America, but all these countries that possess nukes, man. They're all gonna be hit. All right, because I wanna bring something out in a few minutes that's gonna back that up. So Revelation 6 and 13, it says, "And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind." So what John the Revelator saw on the Isle of Patmos is he's describing what he saw, and he's describing it the best way he could describe it back in his time. Because obviously nuclear missiles didn't exist then, so he wasn't exactly sure what he was seeing. He just described what it looked like. He said, "And the stars of heaven fell to earth." So what it appeared like was like a bunch of shooting stars coming from the sky falling to the earth. And there are many videos out there of different countries dropping bombs on places, mainly America and Israel, right? And Russia, Edomite countries, go figure, right? But there's many videos out there of these different countries dropping bombs, and it has this appearance of like stars raining from the sky, right? I wish I had a clip to show you, but I think you can have a mental picture of what I'm talking about, right? So that's what it appeared like, which is the nukes, right? On the day of the Lord, this is what it's going to look like. And it says, "And the stars of heaven fell to earth," right? "Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs." So a fig tree that has figs that are ready to fall off the trees. If you take a fig tree and shake it, then them figs are gonna fall down, and that's in the manner that these nukes are gonna hit the earth, right? Or hit Babylon the Great. It says, when she is shaken of a mighty wind, it says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Okay. Now, basically, when a mushroom cloud is produced, you see how it rolls as the fireball goes up. It sort of makes a rolling effect, and then when it heats up the atmosphere, you see the clouds disappear, and then all of a sudden, all the way around the mushroom cloud, I mean, around that ball of fire, that mushroom cloud, you see the sky just move out the way, like as if it was a scroll rolled together, man. I wish I had a clip. I mean, I have plenty of clips, but there's no point in me trying to dig it up right now for this lesson. But hopefully you get what I'm saying. Okay, because this is what John the Revelator saw, and this is the best way you could describe it. It's like a scroll when it is rolled together, man. It says, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place, and that's because of the worldwide earthquake and the tsunamis and stuff that's going to happen on that day. Okay, great devastation worldwide. So every mountain and island, Jamaica, boom, gone. The kingdom of heaven, man. The map of kingdom of heaven is not going to look like the same that it does in this world now. The earth is going to be changed a lot, because the whole foundation of earth is going to be new. Everything's going to be new in the kingdom of heaven, man. Because the kingdom of heaven is on earth. You know, we don't go to a place in the clouds, some sky kingdom like Christians imagine. We don't go there and live floating on a cloud, playing a harp forever. Okay. Our kingdom is here on earth. That's why the scriptures say in the the Lord's Prayer, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's where the kingdom is. It's on earth. Okay. That's our dwelling place. The earth is going to be made new again. Revelation 16 and 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, these billionaires, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Salakia. Right? So they go in their bunkers, man. All the people that you see written on this screen right here, which is basically anyone that is able to afford these bunkers, man. All manners of people that have enough money, even these celebrities, Rick Ross and all them that boast about their bunkers. Them bunkers ain't gonna save you. If you've committed iniquity in this world, okay, and your sins ain't washed clean on that day, then you're on a list of, on the receiving end of the Lord's judgment also on that day, man. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna hide themselves in their nuclear bunkers, right? Revelation 6 and 16, it says, this is the point I want to get at, because this is basically the title of this lesson, right? It says, and said unto the mountains and to the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. The Lamb is Yahushua, the Son of the Most High, right? Because the day of the Lord is the day of the Lord's wrath. He's not coming back in a humble way like he did the first time he was here in the flesh. He's coming back in with a whole different mannerism about him on the day that he's coming back. Okay, because these Christians think of sweet white Jesus. He's gonna float down on a cloud with long flowing hair, looking like Thor, with a toga on, blonde hair, blue eyes, and he's smiling and shit, man. Handing out presents and flowers and chocolates, you know? Break, man. These Christians are bugged out and delusional. Okay, the Lord is coming back with wrath on that day. Okay, he's gonna come back pissed off. You're gonna be like, damn, why does Jesus look so angry? Why is he black? You're gonna realize you've been lied to in that day, man. The Bible even speaks of that. So far beyond all they had imagined or something. Was it a book of Wisdom of Solomon? I might have to bring that out, man. Bear with me, this won't take a second. Let me bring that out and we'll jump back, man. because that scripture is fire. What was it? Wisdom of Solomon 5. Right, let's start from 1. We'll get to the point. So, lucky I'm going a little off course, but I want to bring this out. It says Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. It's in the Apocrypha, which is also a part of the KJV, King James Version 1611. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors." So the righteous man is the men that you call black Hebrew Israelites, you heathen out there. You know, the ones you call hate preachers, fear mongers, prophets of doom. You know, all these things that you say about us. We're the righteous. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, right? I'm going to call the so-called white man the devil to his face, before the face of such as have afflicted him, these oppressors, these devils, these rednecks, these damn crackers, man. It says, before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors, because they don't give us credit for the things that we brought to this earth. And as a matter of fact, they think the world will be better without us, which is a damn joke, man. We're the salt of the earth, and this earth will be like bland chicken without the nation of Israel in it. Okay, imagine America with no Israelites in it, man. Psst. No one would want to go there. You wouldn't be as great as you think you are. Trust me. Anyway, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2. When they see us rising up, them dry bones, right? When they see us standing on our feet in great boldness before these devils, right? Telling them the true gospel, that the Lord is a so-called black man, and we prove it with historical facts and scripture and everything, man. They see how gifted we are when it comes to these precepts. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, because they know that they're going into captivity now, man. Them that actually see us. It says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Because when the Lord comes, it ain't going to be nothing like they thought it was going to be like, man. He ain't coming back in a toga looking like Thor. Okay? They're going to be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. So far beyond all that they looked for, because they expecting Thor to come back and pick them up off their feet. They think he's coming back on a white horse, man. You know, with his hair, his golden hair flowing in the breeze. I love kicking the ass out of that because it's just so funny to think. Damn Thor coming back in a damn toga, man. Oh, what a joke. Oh my God, forgive me. Right. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 3. And they, right, all these people that thought Jesus was coming back to save them, save everybody, all nations. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this is what they're going to say to themselves, right? This was he who we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach, meaning these black Hebrew Israelites, these are your people? These nappy-headed, dare I say it, Niggers, right? This is what they say in it. These nappy-headed Negroes running around looting the shops, stealing people's purses and terrorizing the place, and the women twerking on cars and all of that. How are they your people? Right? This is what this is saying. Because it says here in verse 4, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. So they always thought that we were going to be the scum of the earth will be better without us. We're the problem. We're not the ones creating nuclear bombs. The Lord put the spirit on the devil to do that, to create that day of wickedness, okay? That day of doom. Well, the great and terrible day, because it's not a day of wickedness for the elect. It says in verse 5, how is he numbered among the children of the Lord, right? And his lot is among the saints. How are they the saints? How are they the children of God, they're going to say, right? They're going to be shocked and amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. And part of that strangeness is because he's coming back in what the world calls UFOs. Why do you think there's all these sightings and all this talk of UFOs and aliens and all this stuff right now, man? It's because the Lord is getting ready to visit this place, all right? He is visiting this place, let's just say. But it ain't in the way that you lot thought it was going to be, all right? Because those so-called UFOs, they ain't aliens flying those things. Those are the angels. And they're doing things behind the scenes in preparation for the day of the Lord because it's close. Therefore, have we erred from the way of truth? They didn't have the truth, worshiping Jesus, and their God was Christianity, man. Okay? Christianity is literally their God. Okay? Because if you teach them anything that the Bible really says, which opposes Christianity, they don't want to hear it, even if you are speaking the truth. Even if they, in their mind, know you're speaking the truth, they just can't let go of Christianity, man. They love white Jesus and his flowing, blonde, silky hair. Oh, man. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the Son of righteousness rose not upon us. So in other words, they didn't have the truth, and they're going to know it on that day, man. And they're going to feel like fools that they mistreated the so-called black man and Native American and Hispanics, because we're all brothers with 12 tribes of Israel. We make up the 12 tribes of Israel, man. We're the Lord's chosen. We're the salt of the earth. We're the hardest workers. We're the ones that invent most things that you people benefit from. We create all genres of music. We have soul. We have rhythm. We're very forgiving. Hence the reason why our people still ain't revolted against these devils, still hugging them in the damn courtroom. Because we're the children of the Lord. We just don't know it, right? It's been that our heritage was stripped from us. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7, we wearied ourselves. This is also the thought of these heathen on that day, right? We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Islam, Catholicism, I think I pronounced that right. These Catholics, you know, all these different religions and ideologies and philosophies, man. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. That's the way of wickedness and destruction, man. It says, yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. And why does it say we have gone through deserts? Because those are dry places where the living water isn't. The truth isn't. The truth is known as the living water. And these people didn't have the living water, man. They went through deserts where there lay no way. It says, but as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. Now, that was a little bit off course, but I had to bring that out because the Spirit was on me to do that. But let me return to this, right? Because basically, when these nukes fly, these elites in their bunkers are going to wish that them rocks fall on them, because obviously the whole earth is going to shake, and they're going to be hoping that somehow the bunkers collapse on them so that they think they're going to die and be good. You know, I ain't got to face the Lord if I die. And this is literally what they're going to be saying. Let me run it back one precept so we can get this in full context, right? Let's go to verse 15. It says, and the kings of the earth, right? Bill Gates, because even the actual kings, King Charles, okay, all these great men of the earth, right? So-called great, you know, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, you know, all of these high up there people, Jeff Bezos. It says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens of the rocks of the mountains. They go on into their bunkers to hide from the Lord. It says, and said unto the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, crush us, kill us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, Yahushai. Because they don't want to face him, because they know what's getting ready to happen to them. They know that we're going to put them straight into slavery, man. What was I going to bring out? There was something. Yeah, let me bring this out. As a matter of fact, let me see if there's any meat real quick. Yeah, let me bring this out. Verse 17, Revelation 6 and 17, it says, "For the great day of his wrath is come," the day that we've been proclaiming for a very long time, man. Because, our words, or the words of the Lord, has gone into the gates of the nobles, meaning, the ears of these elites. Dreadful sound is in their ears. This is this gospel, this new song. So they're hearing us rising up on our feet in these end times, and great fear fell upon them that saw us, man. These elites. You know what I mean? They're terrified because they know that their future is slavery. We constantly bring this out in our lessons. This is why they ain't giving us no damn 501c3. They ain't promoting that. As a matter of fact, you go onto YouTube in the search bar and type up GMS, Day of the Lord, or whatever, man. Any topic, put GMS and then type in whatever topic you wanna find out. This is how you're gonna find our videos. But I will let you know that it ain't gonna be at the top of the search, your search list. You're gonna have to keep scrolling forever past all the bull crap that they want you to see, because they set it up that way on purpose, because they don't want you knowing this. They try to hide this gospel at all costs. That's why anytime they talk about Hebrew Israelites on the news, you never see them talking about Great Millstone, because they don't want to bring us to the world's attention. But Great Millstone are the real prophets that have the truth. All right. I'm going to give you that one for free. All right. So it says, "For the great day of his wrath is come," right? The day they've been expecting and fearing, dreading. It says, "And who shall be able to stand?" Because they know there ain't no one gonna be able to stand in front of the Lord on that day. That's why they want them rocks to fall on them, man. I'm gonna leave that there. Let me quickly bring out another preset, because this is gonna line up with that. Isaiah 14 and 1. I'm gonna start at 1. We'll get to the point. It says, "For the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, will have mercy on Jacob." Okay. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, because we're under the curses. So the day of salvation is the day that the Lord has mercy on us and puts us in our own land, right? "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel." Okay, regardless of what we've been acting a fool in this world, all over world star hip hop, acting like damn animals. The Lord is still going to choose us. We're still His people, all right? "And set them in their own land, the land of Israel that was stolen from us, that the heathen are occupying till this very day." It says, "And the strangers shall be joined with them," and that's talking about the strangers of our people, the ones that are cleaving to these heathen. All right. It says, "And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob," meaning they're going to be back in their right mind when they realize that they were fools, man. It says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place," right? Talking about these heathen. "And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids." They're going into slavery. Okay. They're going to be our servants and our handmaids, the men and the women. It says, "And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were." Because we were captives. We were their captives. During the transatlantic slave trade, they had us in captivity. They put us in slavery. So now it's their turn. They're getting double. It says, "And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." This is why the elites want them rocks to fall on them, because they know that this is what's coming, man. I might as well read this. I wasn't going to, but I will. It says in verse 3, Isaiah 14 and 3, "And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve," because we are yet this day in our captivity, man. This is the land of our bondage and our captivity, wherever we've been scattered to. I'm here in England. I'm having to work a 9 to 5, pay my taxes, be oppressed because I'm not in my own land. I'm in the land of these devils, okay? Their own people are oppressed. We're all feeling it. But those are your people, man. Ain't nothing to do with us. We want our own land where we can live how we want to, all right? We don't want your people, you devils, you Edomites. We don't want your people ruling over us anymore, making us eat GMOs, making us breathe in chemtrails every summer. You know? The list goes on, but we don't want to live under your rulership anymore, man. We want our own. And that's what's going to happen. That's salvation, man. So the Lord is going to put us in our own land and give us rest, you know. I'm gonna leave it there. Bear with me 1 second. We're gonna get through this. I ain't got much more here. It says, oh, first I want to let me check the comment board real quick. Alrighty. GMS in his likeness. Hell yeah, man. Thor the toga. That's right, man. Thor. The mighty Thor. See, that's why they love Thor in these Marvel movies, because he looks like Jesus. He looks like sweet white Jesus. Let me bring out this real quick. Jeremiah 51 and 45. Well, actually, let's start at Psalm 7 and 6. It's GMS in his likeness, but the book of Psalms, chapter 7 and verse 6. It says, "Arise, O Yahweh, in thine anger. Lift up thyself because of the rage of mine enemies, and awake for me to the judgment that thou hast commanded." That's right, man. You know? So the Lord is getting ready to punish our enemies, man. And he's coming back with anger. You know what I mean? He ain't coming back sweet and happy. He's gonna judge these heathen, man. Verse Jeremiah 51 and 45, it says, "My people, go ye out of the midst of her, and deliver every man his soul from the fierce anger of Yahweh." So that don't mean that you have to physically flee Babylon the Great, aka America, because there is a doctrine going around saying that we got to flee America physically in boats or whatever, right? That ain't what it's talking about, okay? When you flee from the midst of her, right, meaning Babylon the Great, that means that you're still living in the land, because the Lord ain't expecting everybody to save up your pennies and buy a plane ticket. No, man. That's not what salvation is based off of, whether you can afford a damn ticket on a plane. Get your passport ready and you'll be saved. The Bible don't say that, man. It says, "My people, go out, go ye out of the midst of her," meaning flee spiritually, mentally. Okay. You got to flee from this place. You can't be in the spirit of voting to make America great again. If you were voting, there's a good chance you're not of the elect, man. If you voted, I'm gonna just put it that way. That's a bad sign. It says, "And deliver every man his soul from the fierce anger of Yahweh." Right? GMS in his likeness, Isaiah 34 and 1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it." Verse 2, it says, "For the indignation, which is righteous anger of Yahweh, is upon all nations," right? Even our own nation. Because a lot of our people are coons, man, and they suffer from Stockholm syndrome, and they love Esau to death, okay? Trump is their savior. Let me read that from the top again. Isaiah 34 and 2. "For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter." That's why they're all gathering right now in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. The valley of Jehoshaphat, the Lord's judgment, man. Okay, because there's going to be a slaughter over there in the Levant region, man. This is why they're all. This is why the Lord is putting the chess pieces, playing them like chess, man. These pawns in the army and the military and stuff. If you join the military in these days we're living in, you're a fool. Okay, we have no business joining this devil's army, man. Because you're basically, if you join the army, you ain't coming back. And if you do, you're coming back in a body bag. Because you're gonna have to fight the Lord. You're signing up to be one of Satan's angels, man. Right. I want to play this video because I want to speak on this, but I don't know if it's gonna be choppy. But I'll play it anyway. And Lord willing, it's not choppy. Let me run that back to about. In fact, let me play it from. Let's play it from here. Right. Now, there was one thing that was said in that video. Lord willing, it wasn't choppy and you was able to see it properly. And the reason I wanted to bring this out, basically, they're talking about how they have bunkers in New Zealand, right? Because in all honesty, you'd be a fool to have a bunker in America because of the violence that America is going to be overthrown. I'm pretty sure those rocks will fall on you in those bunkers, man. But that's just my speculation. Who knows, man? I don't have a bunker. But the Lord is going to preserve these devils to be the first fruits of slavery. So this is why the Lord has them in the trick bag. They're going to wish that they were on the surface on the day of the Lord, because when the elect rip them out of them bunkers by their nipples and drag them around, they're going to wish they would have died in them bunkers or on the surface, man. Ooh, what's happened there? I don't know what happened there. Lord willing, I'm still alive and everything. Right. Now, I want to bring out something, because New Zealand, keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind that New Zealand is a place where most of the elites are getting nuclear bunkers. And I did a little digging. I want to show you something. I'm going to read this precept and then I'm going to show you where I'm going with this. Well, a couple precepts. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and 47. I'm going to start at 47, right? And this is when Peter tried to chop off the ear of one of the soldiers or something like that. I forget exactly who it was. It says, and while he yet spake, talking about Yahushua, it says, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came, and with him a great multitude with swords and staves. It says, from the chief priests and elders of the people. So this is the time when Judas had betrayed Yahushua. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Hold him fast. Right? So a kiss of betrayal right here, right? And forthwith he came unto Yahushua and said, hail, master, and kissed him. Not in no homosexual, gay kind of way. He probably kissed him on the cheek or something, right? A kiss of betrayal. And Yahushua said unto him, friend, wherefore art thou come? Then, obviously you already knew. Then came they and laid hands on Yahushua and took him. And this is the point. And behold, one of them which were with Yahushua stretched out his hand and drew his sword, which was Peter, and struck a servant of the high priest's and smote off his ear. Okay, so it was a servant of the high priest, right? Took off his ear. He tried to fight carnally, right? And Yahushua said unto him, put up again thy sword into his place, meaning put away your sword, right? For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. So the Lord is basically saying that the day of vengeance is mine. We're not to take up arms and fight against them that come against the Lord, right? These elites. That's the Lord's job, right? That's Yahweh's job. That's not our job. This is why we say to live at peace among all men, and vengeance is the Lord's. But the point is, he says it basically in a nutshell: you live by the sword, you're gonna die by the sword, right? Now, it's funny how all these elites have bunkers in New Zealand, because New Zealand don't contain nuclear missiles. So they don't live by the sword. We're talking about beef on a world stage, beef between countries. All right. So all these countries that possess nukes are gonna get hit with nukes. So this is what the elites know. This is why they all have bunkers. Most of them have bunkers in New Zealand, right? And I asked artificial intelligence, right? I asked this Copilot app and said, I asked, does New Zealand possess nuclear weapons, right? And it says, no, New Zealand does not possess nuclear weapons. In fact, New Zealand has a strong anti-nuclear stance and has been a nuclear-free zone since 1987. So New Zealand they don't want the smoke. They don't have nuclear weapons, all right? They don't live by the sword. They're not going to perish by the sword. And the elites know this. That's why they feel safe to buy their bunkers in large numbers in the land of New Zealand. It says the New Zealand Free Zone Disarmament and Arms Control Act prohibits the development, acquisition, and possession of nuclear weapons within its territory. Additionally, New Zealand is a party to several international treaties aimed at nuclear disarmament, including the Treaty on Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. So I just thought that was interesting. And I wanted to bring that out because, you know, all these countries that possess nukes, man, they're gonna die by them nukes. They're gonna get hit with nukes. Okay. And New Zealand is not one of them. Hence the reason why that video I just showed you, there was a part in it where it said that most of the elites have bunkers, or most of the nuclear bunkers are in New Zealand. So I just found that interesting. Now, I got one or two more precepts to bring out. Actually, no, those are precepts I already brought out. I think I'm gonna close out here. Let me check the comment board. It's been quite a lengthy lesson. Let's see what we got here. All right, that's it then. All right. So I'm gonna close it out here, man. All right, these elites are building bunkers because they're trying to flee from the day of the Lord. They're trying to flee from destruction when the Lord is basically setting them up and putting them in a trick bag, and there's nothing they can do to prevent their demise, which is slavery, destruction, then slavery. That's what's coming to these elites, man. And the Bible says it. They won't bring this out in Christianity. You know, so, you know, you'll know them by their fruits, the Bible says. So the ones that are bringing out what the Bible actually says, they're the ones that possess the light. You know, because the scriptures say if they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in them. When was the last time you heard these precepts brought out in the Christian church? Hint, hint. The light ain't in the Christian church, man. The Lord dwelleth not in buildings made with hands. All right. Edifying lesson, completely yapeth the water, and shalom malak. GMS in his likeness. Shalom to you, brother. Always a pleasure to see you tune into my lives. You know, it really makes me feel good that you like my lessons and that you engage and bring out precepts, man. I really appreciate that, brother. And Lord willing, we see each other in the flesh soon. You know, all the brothers in this truth, man. We all have the same spirit. We all have the same mind. You know, we all worship Yahushai and we all seek the kingdom, man. You know, we all want peace on earth. When we understand what comes with peace on earth, it's these devils in chains, okay, which sets us apart from everyone else. We're anticipating nuclear holocaust. All right. Khan. Likewise, Art. Yeah, see you soon in the flesh, Lord willing. We're gonna drink the finest wine in the kingdom, man, Lord willing, with our brother, our big brother Yahushai, man. All right. I'm gonna close out here, brothers, and a few Akwaf that may be watching. All right. I'm gonna give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kwadash, Shalom. Yeah, see you soon, Lord willing, brother.